Do, 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 do. There we go. So just humming to myself. Actually, normally when I sit here and do my modeling work and run trains by myself, I put on the music. I got myself a some like laptop speaker set, not the cheapest one, but didn't go all out. And yeah, it's great, but I can't do that now because the streaming service that you're watching right now that is providing this video in my narration is going to say, hey, did you pay money to play that song? And then we're going to say, hey, no, I did not pay money to be able to stream it all across. See, look at that. I'm learning two things at once. I did not pay money to stream that all across the world. And then they're going to say, hey, well, then you got to take that video down. And then I'm going to say, okay, because I don't really have a choice. Here we go. Coupling, go a little bit slower. I think it will do it. They're quite nicely lined up, and like I've said a million times before, if you just get the right, a couple of the same brand, everything, it's going to really go much easier. So now is the time that we need to have a little bit of think what we're going to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, because we have two 50-footers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's going to work. So that's what's going to happen right now. We're going to put the first string of cars of 5 this track. Then the string, first we need the middle one actually. Okay, that's going 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So first we're going to do the middle one with the heavy cars. So I'm going to get 4 cars. We're going to put 4 there. So it's going to be, that's full with beer, so that's heavy. 2, 3, 4. And then I want to get 2 cars, to those two 50-footers in one string. But then that's not really going to add up, is it? Whew. See? Not... Okay, doesn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's all going to work out. I want to show you guys. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 of the two 40-footers. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 plus that 1, 5. Okay, great. No one's following anything that I'm saying, but we're just going to do it. And it's all going to become clear that my plan didn't work. Or maybe it did. So there we go. And I have not done this many times, as you see. So a lot of things can just maybe not go right. And that, my friends, is the joy of the hobby. But I am just peeking over my shoulder, and I think I came up with the master plan. Now, I explained before in another video where I think I build the car float, and you can go completely wild with operations. So there's a different way to load it. Sorry, I'm going to do it the easy way. So I'm not going to put strings of cars halfway on the floats and then halfway there. No, I'm just going to load the middle one first. The middle one always has to go first anyways, and would be with the heaviest cars. So like I said, we have 2 reefers here full with beer, so it's going to be the first one. And then do one side and then do the other side. Yeah, like I said, so the heavy cars, you have to think about the weight. You need to balance everything. So you can go completely wild and look at your empties and your fulls and put the empties, divide them onto both sides and the fulls and look at the weight and all that stuff. But I don't know. Personally, I find it a bit tedious. It's not really enjoyable. Maybe later. But if you really want to do it well, I think you need to start classifying at the yard. All the way at the yard. How you're going to load this ferry later on. But like I said, we have two halves of the cars for the car float coming in after each other. And when you have the first half of cars, the second half is not even known yet. You don't even know how many cars and which cars you're going to have. So it's actually, ooh, whoopla, that's a nice one, isn't it? So it's actually impossible to pre-plan in the yard and pre-block your cars. I mean, you can block them to a certain extent, like the half you have, but the other half you don't. So what I think happened there is just, I don't know what happened there. I think it just wasn't, yeah, it just wasn't coupled. Now you see as well, the coupling is, yeah, I think it just wasn't coupled. Yeah, sorry for being all over the cars in my hands, but we're just a shakedown we're still doing. The first operation session. So we need to just also keep a little bit of an eye out what's happening, why is stuff happening, and it has a little bit more priority than trying to keep stuff really strictly neat and clean for now. So that's that. We uncouple. Yeah, this is fun, guys. It's fun. It's fun to do this car float operation. Fun to load and offload this car float. So there we go. Picking up a little speed. Let's get this done. So now what I want to do, so this is a string of 4 cars. Then we can have 2 times 5 or a little bit less if we have 50 footers. We have 9 cars, I think. Yes, 9 cars and 2 50 footers. So I want to put those 50 footers in the same stack. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. Because the annoying thing is we have just 1 car too many. So I'm going to cut it here after this last 50 foot. That one's 50 foot and that one's 50 foot. I'm going to cut it here and just shove it all on there. And that 1 car is extra, and this is going to be a type of extra handle car. We're just going to take it with us because it's just in the wrong spot. It should be together with the other cars, but it's not. So we're just going to tag it along. You'll see what's going to happen if you have no idea what I'm talking about. And I hear that a lot of you guys just put these videos on in the background. Working, or you're working on the layout, or you're doing some actual paid work. Good for you. And you just have these videos on in the background to keep company. I totally understand. Yeah, and you don't have to pay attention. You know, if you just hear one word out of 10 words that I say, then you should be all right. It's the same with like marriage, isn't it? If you just hear 1 out of 10 words that your significant other says, then you should be all right. Probably catching more than the average person. So there we go. Let me see. Let's just pull it forward. And you notice I like to cut off cars just before roads and other interactions, let's say, because that's, yeah, out of courtesy for the people. I can block the road if I want to, but if I can keep it open, better. We're already blocking it quite a lot. And on the other flip side of that coin, we need to clear that, get that turnout clear, so that more or less comes down to that road anyways. So just right there, that'll do. Whoop. So you see that engine, I need to program a little bit more momentum in it. It's just a little bit, just a little bit too abrupt. There we go. Now one could debate that's a really heavy car and that should be in the middle. Like I said, we can go as wild as we want to with this operating scheme. I'm very happy that they all fit on the car float. Let's just start with that. And that the float sinks halfway down the river, well, wasn't me. So what we're gonna do it? Put this guy, sorry. I think I'm just gonna go here, put that turnout like that. Yeah, I'm just going to spot it right here on the most right track. Now they would leave the cars blocking in the middle section, from what I understand. They would always do that, even if you don't have enough cars to fill the stack, they would still do that, just as a safety precaution, a safety feature, that if something would go, I don't know, wrong, and the brakes would let go or something of the middle string of cars, then yeah, that they would be stopped, blocked basically by the cars that are there. I can imagine if the middle string of cars Just rolls down into the river, then your float will be a little bit unstable, maybe. A lot of weight on the sides. Oh, let's just slow down here. Oh, what's happening now? Something is stuck somewhere, isn't it? Yes, it's totally blocked. Oh, huh. Oh, I've beached. Okay, guys. Oh, what can possibly go wrong? Okay, can I zoom in? We beached. The car has beached on the car float. Oh, this is one operation session. I was really thinking it's going quite smooth now, but it has really beached. I can't even take it off anymore. That's interesting. That is interesting. Well, when in doubt, use some speed. Come on. No, no, not working. Well, I am just going to force it on there a little bit. Yeah, that totally beats. I need to look at that car. Maybe that car. Did I change the wheels on that car? Yeah, I did change the wheels on the car. Maybe I put two small diameter wheels or something. But then the coupler height should be wrong. How's that coupler height? Oh, the coupler height is fine, isn't it? That. I did not see that coming. I did not see that coming. I can plan for all the jokes I want, but stuff like that, you just can't make that up, can you? How a flat car would beach on the apron onto the car float. Well, that is actually quite funny. So, I need to look into that. Who could have come up with that? Okay, so first. So it's going well. So the float is laid out for 2x5 and 1x4 cars. So that's 14. But if you have that's a 40-foot cars. So if you have 50-foot cars, not compensated by like a 35-foot car, then you can only fit 4 cars. So that's what we have right here. Going back to get the last stack of cars. No more flat cars here, so I don't expect any shenanigans. Yeah, what a joke. What a joke. And then I think I'm just going to collect my little train and head back in a minute. At least wait for this. Put them at the signal spot. Put them at the, I don't know what's it called, the signal spot, the place where you hold for the signal. I'm sure there's a name for that. So I'm just going to put them right over there. And I see this coupling is, ooh, there we go. That's amazing. Again, I think it's number 158, metal skill head whisker couplers from Katie. Amazing. And they look great as well. So here we go, 5 cars. Yeah. So I'm actually gearing up in my head to start on the roads. The roads are next. I have the City Classics building that is also pending. That's the one over here. But like I said, I have a secret weapon coming in to paint that a little bit. Not the weathering, I'll do the weathering and then the painting of the bricks, but all that fine detail painting by hand, I'm just going to accept that someone else can do that way better than I can. Let her do that. So that's pending. So in the meantime, I'm just going to start on some roads. I am looking at some kits, some structures, some ABR kits, maybe some ITLA kits, who knows, and some Walther kits. for the neo-north section. Now most kits are 2, 3, and sometimes 4 stories tall, and we want to go 4, 5, 6. I think there's even a 7 stories building somewhere. No, 6 was that tallest. No, I think there's a 7. So it's going to be some kit bashing going on quite soon. But I already start kit bashing with the City Classics kit, so I'm not too worried there. But that will be fun to see, yeah, how I do that, and I'm going to learn a lot from that. Sure, every kit you learn something, and with every operation session you learn something. I know I have low belly flat cars, so I don't know how I'm going to solve that. Actually, I bought that flat car for the load that's on top of it, so I might just steal the load off and just let the car be for what it is. But probably not. Probably going to actually try to fix it. It's a nice car. And there we go. Look at that. Just go a little bit more backwards. Apply. Yep. And stop view. Let's go over it. Rotate the camera a bit. The float is full. Full. Yeah, I really enjoy this car float. Run. Yeah. It is taking a bit longer than anticipated, so that's something I need to take in consideration. Like I said, I made a new roster. But let me just review it again with regards to the time of these operations. So the car float's now done, so that's already, the tugboat is right there and it's tugging it away. Actually, the tugboat never left. I mean, what they do is they just sit alongside and they push the float into its position to hold it there, and just wait for everything to happen. So let's get this guy. Oop, that's not going to work. Just like that. And then let's go, and we can take 8 cars with us. Maximum train length. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That Miller is going to be the last one. It's all good. So I'm just going to take the other 3. Just temporarily put them on team track. I think there's, yeah, just enough space for that. And then actually, no, I didn't say team track, did I? I said I'm going to put them on the storage track. It's empty now. I don't want to clog up the team track as well. So there we go. Now, if you've seen my videos, you've seen within like some point in a span of 3 or 4 videos, I use different controllers. I have the Proto Throttle, I have the Pro Cab, and I also have a smaller cab with NC, or a handheld device, and I use the Blue Nami with the Blue Rail app on the phone. And they all have their advantages and disadvantages. And the advantage of one is the disadvantage of the other. So a big thing a disadvantage, let's just explain it, is that when you want to go over these turnouts, it's really easy and lazy just to press the direction button. So you go in reverse, flip a turnout, just press the direction button, and then it goes in the other direction at exactly the same speed. It's a bit lazy. It's not really how you should do it. But it's sometimes you just want to switch and have not too much hassle. Let's do it a bit fast. And then that's the advantage. You can do that with the NC Power Cap. Sometimes you want to be a bit more authentic. And authentic, I think is the right word. You don't want to be fast and just because you just throw in this engine left, right, and center, just bum to get it done. And sometimes it just goes too fast. You just want to slow things down a bit. And then the Proto Throttle is just ideal for that. It is just such an amazing device. But then again, after using that for a couple hours, you just want to maybe just switch a bit quicker. So then I go back to my NC. And that also is like a short introduction to the roster video that I'm planning, is that you have different engines because different engines are set up for different controllers. Yeah, and sometimes you want steam, sometimes you want diesel, right? So yeah, before you know it, you got a small fleet, not really what you need, but just what you like to operate with. But now I'm slowly trimming it down, one engine at a time, to what I need. And in this case, yeah, that decision got made for us. That little RS3 just is not on the roster anymore. Let's put it like that. It's not on the roster. So we are coming in. Oh, notching up. Serious work. And those cars. Let me just push the stack down a little bit, because this is team track. It might be adding some more cars, so let's put that to the end. Something like what? Boom, bada bing, bada bum. So on couple, we said 1, 2, 3. So the other ones will go on the storage track. Wait for it to be picked up. Oopla. Oh, good. And the good thing is that storage track actually has a little runaround feature in it, just right there. So next time around, when I come to collect the cars, you can quite easily just run around. Yeah, it's actually not really handy when you collect the cars. When you deposit the cars, you just drive in, get the engine out through that escape, and then off the way you are. But when you're coming in, that's not really helpful. I'm saying that. Yeah, it's helpful when you're coming in. When you're going out, it's not helpful. Yeah. Okay. It's getting a bit late. I just want to get these cars in its place. So let me show you what you shouldn't be doing. It's just like that, and then you press the direction button, and then there you go. It's cheating a little bit, isn't it? Feels like cheating. But with a little bit more momentum set in it, and it will also look a little bit better. So there we go. So that was an eventful video, wasn't it? Pooh. Yeah, the engine. Well, first we missed the turnout over there because we were just talking away, and then we had the engine breakdown. Someone else picked that up. We missed that. They just out of camera. They got that engine out of here, towed it off. Then got everything ready. Got the car. Got the team track empty. Got all the cars ready to go onto the float. The float arrived. A little tugboat. That. First, yeah. With the tugboat, float arrived. Swapped all those cars out. Still quite full here, as you see. Difficult to get in the difficult to get on camera sometimes. These things. It's a nice view. All these cars like that. So yeah, that's what we were talking about. We're gonna get some of these roads done. I think I'm gonna focus on a section of the layout. Just try to get that done first. Just focus on section of the layout. Alright, so I try to get that done first. It's gonna be the near-north section, so let's start some of the roads over there. Got some more cobblestones coming in because we're gonna mix it up. Every type of road is gonna be on this layout. Everything from wooden ties in between the tracks to concrete to cobblestones to asphalt. It's all going to be here. So let me just set this turnout as well. No, I'm going to leave it here. I'm going to leave it on that track. So our little F7 to the rescue. 9649.
Let's see, Mr. Hostler, the permission to go through Near North. Over. This is the Near North operator, please hold. Over.
And that is it for today, guys. Thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video as much as I did, despite everything going wrong. It's kind of a blast, actually. Sometimes I guess this is just, I don't know, it's just everything has to go wrong all at one video, isn't it? It's crazy. Never had so many things go wrong ever. Anyway, that's all, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.